in the red heart of Australia, where almost nothing survives something impossible lives. Pink, white, gold, the most beautiful bird in the driest landscape on Earth. The Major Mitchell's Cockatoo. Named after a military commander by explorers who simply could not find any other way to honor it. But its beauty is not its most extraordinary feature. This bird loves once. Only once. And if it loses that love, it never loves again. This is inland Australia. The Red Centre. Semi-arid scrubland stretching for thousands of kilometers. Temperatures above 45 degrees in summer. Almost no permanent water. Sparse vegetation that looks like it should support nothing. The Major Mitchell's Cockatoo has lived here for millions of years, not despite the harshness. Because of it. The desert keeps most threats away, and the few animals tough enough to live here, the cockatoo, knows them all. There, on a desert mulga tree, the most beautiful bird in Australia, that soft pink body, those white wings, and the crest red at the base, yellow in the middle, white at the tip. All three colors at once fanning open like a living jewel. Even other cockatoos who live in the same family are plain compared to this. The desert created something extraordinary in this bird, something that does not belong here, and yet does. Watch the crest rise, each color revealing itself as the feathers spread. Red first, then yellow appears, then the white tips complete the fan. This display is used in two situations only: excitement and courtship. When a Major Mitchell's raises this crest fully, something important is happening. And today it is raised for the most important reason in this bird's entire life. Major Mitchell's cockatoos are rare, not just uncommon, genuinely rare. They need large territories, up to 100 square kilometers per pair. They cannot live close together. In a landscape already hard to live in, finding another Major Mitchell's is not guaranteed. Finding one that is unattached is even harder. This is why what happens next matters so much. When this bird finds a partner, there are no second chances. The male has found her. He raises his crest immediately, all three colors, full display. He bobs his head, spreads his wings slightly, moves closer along the branch. She watches. She has seen this before from other males. She did not accept them. The Major Mitchell's female is extraordinarily selective. She may watch multiple males display over several seasons before she responds. This decision will define the rest of her life. Then he feeds her. Beak to beak. Food from his own crop. This is the proof she needs. Not just beauty, not just display. Can he provide? Can she trust him with her safety, with her eggs, with her future? She accepts the food. And in that single act a bond is formed that neither bird will ever break. Not in 10 years. Not in 30. Not ever. They are inseparable now. From this moment, wherever one goes, the other follows. They roost together, feed together, fly together, call to each other constantly across the desert. Scientists who study Major Mitchell's cockatoos report that bonded pairs develop unique shared call sounds they only use with each other. A private language, built over years of closeness, a conversation only two birds in the entire world can have. Together they search for a hollow. In the desert, old trees are rare, suitable hollows rarer still. The Major Mitchell's is particular. The hollow must be deep enough, the entrance the right size, the tree old enough to be stable. They may search for months, visit dozens of trees, return to the same hollow again and again before deciding when they choose this hollow will be their home for the rest of their lives, their address, their anchor, their reason to stay. She lays 2 or 3 eggs. Both parents incubate them, taking shifts. When she is inside, he sits at the entrance, watching every direction simultaneously. When he enters to take his turn, they touch briefly at the entrance. A greeting, a reassurance, an acknowledgement. This is what 30 years of partnership looks like in a desert tree. Not drama, not grand gestures, just showing up. Every time, without fail. The chicks emerge slowly. Pink, fluffy, already beginning to show the colors that will make them the most beautiful birds in this desert. The parents feed them constantly, both birds hunting, both birds returning. The partnership that began with a courtship display now expressed in the daily work of keeping these small birds alive. The desert is harsh, but this family is harsher still in its refusal to fail. They fly as one, every wing beat synchronized, every turn mirrored. Scientists have noted that bonded Major Mitchell's pairs even synchronize their breathing during flight. Their heart rates match. 2 bodies, 1 movement. 30 years of flying together has made them a single thing with 2 sets of wings. The red desert has never looked more beautiful than it does beneath these 2 birds. But sometimes one is lost. A predator, a collision, disease, and the remaining bird is left alone in the desert. Researchers have documented Major Mitchell's cockatoos that lost their partners and never bonded again. Ever, they live alone. For years, sometimes decades. Still calling. Still listening for a response that never comes. The private language with no one left to speak it to. It does not stop living. It feeds. It drinks at the rare desert waterhole. It roosts in its hollow, the same hollow it shared with its partner for 20 years. It goes back there. Every night. Not because it is forgotten, perhaps because it cannot. Or will not. The Major Mitchell's cockatoo does not move on. It does not adapt. It simply continues, carrying something that has no name in any human language. Fewer than 100,000 Major Mitchell's cockatoos remain in the wild. Their habitat is clearing. The old trees with the right hollows are disappearing. Without old trees, no hollows. Without hollows, no nesting. Without nesting, no future. A bird that takes years to find a partner. That bonds for life. That cannot simply start again. Is particularly vulnerable to a world that is changing faster than it can adapt to. But in another part of the desert, a young male. His colors not yet fully bright. His crest not yet at its full 3 colors. But beginning, and on an adjacent branch, a female. Watching him carefully. Not yet responding. Assessing. The ancient ritual beginning again. As it always has. The desert giving 2 rare birds the chance to find each other. If the desert is still there. If the trees are still there. If the hollow is still waiting. As the desert turns gold, they roost together. As they have every evening for 30 years. Their feathers touching. Their calls dropping to the quiet murmur they only use with each other. The private language. Getting quieter as the day ends. But never stopping. This is what 30 years of choosing each other every single day looks like. In the oldest landscape in Australia, in the most beautiful bird Australia has ever made. Desert night is total. Stars appear in numbers that city people never see. The pair roosts in their hollow. Warm, together, safe, outside the desert that tried to stop everything from living here failed again. Inside the hollow, 2 birds that chose each other in a vast empty landscape where choice itself was the miracle. Sleep together, as they will tomorrow, and the next day, and the next. Before the desert heats, the male appears at the entrance, looks out at his world. The same desert, the same trees, the same sky. Behind him, still inside, the bird he chose in this same desert 30 years ago. He calls, She answers from inside, the private call, the one that means only them. And then he waits, as he always does, until she is ready. Then they go together, as they always do. The Major Mitchell's cockatoo asks for nothing from us. Only the old trees, only the desert that remains, only the right to find that one other bird in all that red emptiness, and choose them. We talk about love as if it is complicated, as if it requires explanation. This bird has been doing it for millions of years. In a desert, with no words and no second chances. Subscribe for more Australian wildlife stories. This country holds more extraordinary love stories than most people ever know exist.